No, that's why I was saying it's like when everybody was all happy, like the Roc Nation, NFL, and all that. I was like, okay, let's see what they do. They've done nothing.
No, they're doing business. They have done a lot. They haven't done
Oh
what
no, they've done a lot of
they've
business. No,
done a
they've done a
lot,
lot
but
of
they
business
haven't
for
done
Roc
what
Nation and
people.
building Roc Nation up.
Yeah,
What percentage of Roc Nation staff is black?
this is the thing, and
Bro.
I know we're not getting invited to the luncheon anyway.
No, I mean, no, we're speaking facts now. This isn't an attack on a guy. This is an attack
Mm.
on the fundamental practices of the organization. They made some promises in this community, but they just doing what, quite frankly, a lot of preachers do at the pulpit. They're talking real good and they're just taking our money
Well,
again.
no, no. What they've done was they used an opportunity where there were lack of inclusion and there were racial disparities when it came to people involved in the
Had to
NFL's
improve.
organization, and they filled in that spot. Like,
What have
okay,
you done?
these are the people that you have doing this. Well, we're a black-owned company. As a sign of inclusion, I think we need to be enlisted here and be able to, work with the NFL in this capacity. That's what they've done. And again,
They haven't done that though, Mike. They
no,
haven't.
they got the gig. That's what they were doing.
Right. That's what I keep trying. Okay,
They
I
got
get
the
what you're
gig.
saying. We didn't need them to get the gig, Mike, because like you said, we own the gig anyway. They were coming this way anyway.
No, I
Stop
ain't saying they
missing
did
what
that. No,
so
we
they've
didn't
done
need
nothing.
that.
They haven't done anything to Mike. This is what I'm trying to say. Have Prince and Michael Jackson performed at the Super Bowl already? That is black music. You didn't bring more blackness to music.
No,
Like
no,
so
I'm not saying
you
that.
didn't bring blackness to the NFL, Mike. Are there more black coaches? Are there more black people in the infrastructure of the front offices? Are there more black owners? Is there more any blackity black anywhere since Roc
Yeah.
Nation stepped in? The answer is hell no. So they haven't done anything.
No, what like I said, they
You
got the
got Dre and
job.
Snoop. You got Dre and Snoop. You got Snoop Dogg to do one verse in L.A. at the Super Bowl. Bravo.
Like I said, they got the job. And what they're gonna tell people is,
Got the
look,
job.
give me some time. You'll wait and see. So
How long have they had this job?
this is the page out of the Obama book.
How long have they had this job? Once again, we're gonna go back to
Let me
people.
go to my notes.
Mike, we've had a lot of conversations in this culture about people showing up to work, doing work, having a job. How long have they had this job? And what have they done since they had this job? I'm tired of people getting credit for just showing up to work when they ain't even really showing up to work or doing their job or doing what they said. You don't deserve credit.
I mean, listen, man.
Do your
Let me
job.
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
You said you wanted some more
What? Let
inclusion.
me
We
let
do
me
not
ask you
need
this,
you
Scoop.
to bring Dr. Dre and Snoop in LA. That is not inclusion. That is simple.
No,
That is
the
mathematics.
inclusion.
1 + 1 is 2.
Cool. The inclusion is them getting the job. What did they
Right.
promise people?
But who do they employ more of? Because
Yeah, I
it's not
know. I
us.
know. I mean,
Right. So what
look who their president is.
inclusion are they talking about? Most
Look
of your company is run by white people. What inclusion?
look at their board. The
Board meetings,
inclusion
man.
is the inclusion is Jay-Z's the founder.
Right.
I sell ice in the
So you
winter.
have a
I
black
sell fire
founder.
in hell. I am a
So
hustler, baby. I sell water to a well.
we have a black founder. So we're just gonna pawn this piece on up the board until we can turn it into a queen or a bishop or a rook. No.
It's the revolt move. Damn, man, we ain't going to none of these events, man. Shit.
I think people are here with us because we don't have any plans on going to these events.
Nah,
No way.
I'm cool, man.
As a matter of fact, might end up shutting some of these events down with our behavior. It's okay with me.
Hey, listen, man. Like I
Guys,
said,
get their shit together and stop lying to people. 'Cause
what
that's really
promises?
this is
What
about.
promises did Roc Nation make the public?
About bringing more diversity and inclusion into all spectrums of the NFL, which they've done none of. They just have a black founder and they just tote it around. We don't need y'all to bring Mike, it don't take anybody with half a brain to know that it's like, well, we're in LA.
Well, let me ask you this:
Super Bowl.
What does
What do we do that's gonna be hip and current for
what does
our audience?
diversity mean?
And understand that when I'm saying Dre and Snoop, Mike, they picked it demographically the way they've always picked it. They went 35 to 45. They didn't do anything different. It made sense to pick Dre and Snoop in LA demographically. If you go look at who's the biggest coming out of LA demographically from that time, it is those guys. Roc Nation did nothing.
Let me
They
ask you
did
this.
nothing.
Cool. Let me ask you this: What does diversity mean?
I mean, apparently we just need to have somebody black in there. Apparently, one black
I don't
person is
think I don't
diversity.
think
We have a
diversity
black,
even means
we have a,
black.
we have a black founder, so there's diversity.
I don't
Okay.
think diversity even means black. I mean, one could
What do
say
you-
that
Diversity is a road word at this point, but go ahead.
one could say that the Jennifer Lopez and Shakira halftime show was diversity.
I do. No, I would agree with that.
One could say that The Weeknd, I think he did last year, right? That was a Roc Nation thing too. One
No,
could
that
say
was
that The
black.
Weeknd was
No.
diversity.
No, that's
He's not
diversity.
white.
No, that's not
I
diversity.
think diversity has turned into a term that's like, if you're
I
not
told you
white,
it's a rogue word now.
if you're not
That's
a white man, actually, because you could be a white woman and still be diversity because you're implementing women. Because white women are considered minorities as well.
I want to
So
see
if we look at the board for Roc Nation, they're actually diverse.
I want to. Here's what I want. I want organizations. No, because you asked me kind of to be clear about it. I want organizations that are founded or ran by blacks that hype up their community to make it seem like they are doing things for the betterment of their people, when really all they are doing is bettering the few people that they have in those predominant positions, and the totality of their staff does not even skew in the majority side in terms of our color scheme. All of these things are problematic when you feed it to our people and then you do nothing. I don't have a problem with you feeding it. I don't. But when you do nothing, we just need to say that you've done nothing and not let you do it again.
Well, the
And
thing
so I want this partnership with Roc Nation and the NFL to end because they haven't done what they said they were going to do. That's it.
Let me go to Mr. Mills' super chat. Shout out to you for the super chat,
You did
Mr.
nothing
Mills.
for us. I'd like to thank you for showing up and taking your money like a lot of other black people do in your position. You guys are no better. Kiss my ass. Have a good night.
Eminem is on the mission to gain credibility, but keeps missing the mark. The fast, nonsensical rapping is the empty gesture, and the empty gesture of kneeling ain't it. Okay, I can get back to that. What I will say is no one's going to hold Jay-Z accountable. He doesn't do any interviews. Who's going to talk to him? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing. What we've done, we have created a climate, Coop, where entertainers who don't speak to the media, who have such strong fan bases that their fan bases will make all kind of excuses for them. Mm-hmm. No one's going to be able to hold them accountable on any level. No one's going to sit down with Jay-Z, and he's not going to sit down with anyone who's not going to give him a hardball interview. Everything's going to be softball.
I'll sit down with him any second of the day.
But he's not going to sit down with you.
Right.
He's not going to sit down with me. He's not going to do that. He'll sit down with Charlamagne or something, and he'll get softball questions.
He'll sit down with the people that are going to kiss his ass, and that's part of the problem. Too many people have been kissing too many people's ass instead of actually auditing people properly. They haven't been properly audited, and they've been placed above the fray. And so that's cool. If they don't want to speak, we're just going to speak the truth and tear your ass to shreds in the process. So keep on not speaking, because people like me are officially about to speak while you're quiet and make you look like who you really are. So,
well, Jay-Z's here to do business, and again, Jay-Z's here to do business, and
it's not just Jay. This is Roc Nation. That's why I'm bringing up Roc Nation. There's a whole bunch of pieces involved in the fucking. It's not Jay.
I agree with that, but like you said, Roc Nation is in position to do these things because Jay-Z is a pillar in black culture, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if Roc Nation was started by somebody else, they wouldn't be in these positions.
But what kind of pillar has he been, really? Has he been somebody that's been gaining business for himself that donates money, or is he a pillar?
Yeah, somebody that's been gaining money for himself.
Right.
But he told us that. He told us that. Is anybody listen?
So when I treat him like the donor that he is, that's not me hating on him. He's not the pillar that he makes himself out to be.
When did he ever make himself out to be
that pillar? When he talks about these things that these organizations that he runs are going to do for our community that never get done, he just puts up.
What did he say he was going to do for the community?
Put up the money, Mike. There was a whole statement from him when this whole partnership started about the inclusion of blacks on every level. What part of that are you missing?
Did he
said
say
he was going to
blacks?
contribute to that.
Did he say blacks or did he say minorities?
Mike, it's been a long time.
I'm just saying those are the words that they make sure.
Mike, it's been a long time. I'm about to go try to pull up the statement.
Try to pull it up because those are the type of words that they use so they don't get held to that standard. Because if he said minority, then they've done that. Shout out to Ray Realms for the super chat. He says, sending many hip hop Hall of Famers to the Super Bowl was justified. Jay-Z had to front load the talent since the NFL thumbs their nose up at hip hop. This is my thing about it. I just didn't feel like it was it was hip hop performers on the show, but did y'all really feel like that show was a hip hop show? I don't know. It was a bit watered down again. We kind of called the songs that were going to be on there, but I didn't believe that Snoop Dogg was going to get pushed to the back in the way that he did. When I saw the lineup, I already knew it was going to be kind of watered down anyway because that was just too many performers within a 15-minute span. But the way that they arranged it where Dr. Dre was kind of like the, I guess, puppet master for lack of a better term. And, huh?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You must have found you found it, huh? What'd he say?
No, I want to read all of it, Mike.
Okay. Well, Coop just found Roc Nation's statement because I've been asking, like, what do we expect Roc Nation to do? And go ahead, Coop. You read the statement that they made.
Roc Nation, the entertainment company founded by rapper and businessman Sean Jay-Z Carter, is entering into a multi-year partnership with the NFL to enhance the NFL's live game experiences and to amplify the league's social justice efforts. This is in the first statement.
Okay.
Amplify the league's social justice efforts. As part of the agreement, Roc Nation will advise on the selection of artists for major NFL performances like the Super Bowl. A major component of the partnership will be to nurture and strengthen community through football and music, including through the NFL's Inspire Change Initiative. Mm-hmm. The NFL formally launched the Inspire Change Initiative in early 2019 after more than 2 years of work with NFL players with the goal of creating positive change in communities across the country. Through this initiative, NFL teams in the league office work with the Players Coalition and other NFL players to support programs and initiatives that reduce barriers to opportunity with a focus on 3 priority areas: education and economic advancement, police and community relations, and criminal justice reform. Within its global reach, the National Football League has the platform and opportunity to inspire change across the country, Carter said in a press release. Roc Nation has shown that entertainment and enacting change are not mutually exclusive ideas. Instead, we unify them. This partnership is an opportunity to strengthen the fabric of communities across America. Carter added Wednesday during a Q&A with select media, "I'm really into action. I'm into real work. I'm not into how it looks. How it looks only lasts for a couple of months until we start doing the work. I've been in this position many times. Take Tidal has a great example from 5 years ago." Mike, you want me to keep going?
No, keep going. Because you know what? I'm listening to hear the word black. I haven't heard any of that. And I'm going to ask you what all this stuff means.
Right.
Because it sounds like a bunch of nothing.
That's what I keep on trying to say. Now people look at it today, people have a different outlook on it. So I've been in this position many times. I just show up and do the work. I'm not interested in how things look on the outside. Mm-hmm. If protesting on the field is the most effective way, then protest on the field. But if you have a vehicle that you can inspire change and you can speak to the masses and educate at the same time, did Obama's speechwriters write this for him? Carter said that the platform that the NFL provides speaks to the community, to the work in the community that the league and Roc Nation can do together. So all bullshit is what I'm saying.
I don't really. I mean, it was buzzwords. It was full of buzzwords.
It's all bullshit.
Words saying action, but not really exactly what this action was. It said some things that they wanted to do for communities, but they didn't say what communities they were for.
No, it didn't, Mike, because they don't know what they're doing because they're doing nothing but taking your money.
No, they know what they're doing.
No, they don't.
They know what they're doing. Then that's
in
nothing.
terms of taking your money, they know what they're doing. But in terms of having any sort of real social reform, Mike, I want you to understand that the first paragraph states what the initiative is supposed to be.
What is that?
Amplify League social justice efforts. Specifically.
Hold on. Let's stop there. what are the
no,
league's
Mike,
actual?
Mike,
No,
I
hold on,
want to know what
stop
Roc
real
Nation
quick.
has done. No, I want to know what Roc Nation has done to enhance education and economic advancement, police and community relations, and criminal justice reform.
For who? What community?
No, Mike, Mike, no, on any sort of level. They haven't done any of this, not in any community for anybody. That's what I'm saying.
All
Like,
right, listen, to amplify the
Yeah.
NFL's, what was it? Amplify NFL's social justice initiative. What is the NFL social justice initiative?
That's what I'm saying. This is all a bunch of bullshit.
So again, I mean, you know, they put out a press release, like you said. They probably had some of Barry's, you know, speechwriters or whatnot, and they got this done, and they got the deal. And what this was about was taking the heat off of the NFL for the moment, because Kaepernick was a problem. And let's just keep it real. Let's keep it all the way above. This move is undermining to what Kaepernick was doing and his efforts in relation to the NFL. It was undermining. And not to mention, once again, Big Boy from Outkast caught all that shit about doing the halftime show because everybody was still trying to stand with Cap. And then this comes. And now you're saying you want to work with, and they're working with, and nothing is being done.
That's all
Smoke
I'm saying.
and mirrors. Hocus pocus.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying is like, this is just another situation where people are talking about doing some work. They're doing absolutely no work, but
he did some work.
Pockets, in the pockets of the people around them. And here's what's so sad about it is that these are the things societally and community wise that we excoriate the white establishment for doing. And it seems like our black people get in positions of power and do the exact same thing.
Leroy Green says, y'all helping white folks do their job by tearing down Jay-Z. I love you, Leroy Green. You're very loyal to Jay regardless. But that's what we were talking about.
He's helping white people. He's helping white people by not doing the work that he really should be doing, that he's in position to do, fam. I hate to be the one to break it.
No, listen, man. I don't want people to think that anybody is a Jay hater. I love Jay, man, as an artist.
Don't say that. He hurt his own damn campaign, not us.
I got love for Jay, man. I'm a Jay fan. I'm a Jay fan, but you sometimes got to call things for what they are. And again, I don't have any problem with what Jay does, because like I'm trying to tell Coop, Jay has told us from day one, he's a hustler. He's a hustler, baby. Just want you to know. He's out here to get this bread. That's how he does it. You know what I'm saying? And if the community is going to believe certain things, he'll sell it to you. It's what it is, man. Like, he said it in his music for decades. I don't know why we would expect anything else.
Right.
I mean, you know, and that's fine. You know what? Because I appreciate that more than someone who speaks a certain way and then goes back and does something else. Jay has told you from day one what it's about, man.
Right.
I sell fire in hell, man.
Hold on. And he hasn't told us that he's changed either, Mike. And so
Leroy Green said, give it time, then look back. How much time you need, man?
No,
you know what, man? That's that Obama talk.
It is that Obama talk.
That's that Joe Biden talk.
He does very charitable works. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that he keeps trying to segue into this like activism thing. And it's like, nah, fam, like the real hustlers out here recognize that you still out here hustling with it. And so we calling you on it. So you're not about to skate and play that social activism game with some of us, because we can see how your activism, quote unquote, lines up to your business and your money interests. That's not activism. And so what Leroy you're talking about him as a charitable donator.
Listen, man. Let's keep it a buck, everybody in this room.
Because everything he activates is lined up to what he's doing business-wise. And he said that. And so when people try to make it seem like he's transitioning into this place, it's like, nah, y'all just being hustled.
Oh, man, DeCarlo says something right out of, that I'm thinking. He said, Mike, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Entertainers are not the leaders we need. And that's just real. They're entertainers. They're doing their job. Their job is to stay popular and stay on television, and those things don't coincide with a lot of the community's needs. Listen.
It didn't used to always be that way. We had guys like James Brown and Curtis Mayfield once upon a time.
Yeah, but television wasn't. They weren't there for television. You know what I'm saying? As soon as those things changed, things changed.
Yeah, like
Um,
get your paper. Stop saying you hear from us. Nobody's stopping you from getting your paper. Because the reality is you keep saying you hear from us because you know that helps your paper.
Now, the
Right.
only thing that I have a problem with the hustling of Jay, right? Jay hustled Prince, man, and that whole title situation was about artists having ownership in music, and that's what he sold us on. He sold us on the fact that title was for the artist, and obviously he sold Prince enough, who's been fighting this fight for artist ownership for decades, and Prince believed in Tidal enough, where Tidal was the only place you could get his material. He took it off that website format, and on a streaming level, Tidal was the only place you could get his material, right? And the fact that Jay went out here and sold Tidal to Jack Dorsey, it's like, come on, man. You knew you were
Got
gonna
no
do that the
integrity,
whole
Mike.
time. That's not
He's
cool.
got no real integrity as
That's
a
not cool,
man.
man. Because at
Mike,
the end of the
he's got
day,
no
we
real
have been
integrity.
fighting for artists' rights from day one. And to do
Right.
that, that's not cool.
Mike, but that's what I'm saying. Mike, go pull up the rap sheet. The lack of integrity has been there from the jump. That's why I'm saying it's like when you get into the Prince move, it's like, no, that's just the finishing move. He's been doing this the entirety of the time. This is a guy who like left the No Way Out tour because he felt like he wasn't getting enough shine. Like No Way Out sold like 6-7 million records.
Well, I don't
Like,
have a problem with that. I mean, you know.
Like all I'm saying is he's just had a whole thing like the whole time, and people been like, "Oh, he's so great for our culture." It's like, no, he's an all-time great MC. He's a wonderful businessman. He's a great donator. But all this other stuff y'all be attaching to it, no. It's like let's talk about all the sucker shit.
Leroy Green says Tidal pays independent artists, fam, and you're right. But see, the whole point of Tidal was to have
Empower.
ownership.
Right.
Ownership and
I'm
getting
saying.
paid are two different things. And he sold artists on ownership because Apple Music and Spotify were in this space. And this was a third medium that was started by the artists. Y'all remember that whole press conference where they had all of the big artists and their individual shares? And this was about artists finally being able to take in their own ownership on streaming platforms. So there's no selling going on there, at least especially not this quick. I'm pretty sure, let's just keep it real. I don't know, Prince never met him, but I'm pretty sure Prince wouldn't have been happy if he was here living with the fact that Jack Dorsey was able to buy Tidal.
That's what it sounds like when doves cry.
Mike Midget says that Tidal is the only one who pays out the best, but again, y'all aren't understanding. It's not about the best. We're talking about ownership.
I'm sorry, like I'm gonna call it what it is. Stop saying that slave shit mentality shit. Oh, well, Massa still pay me. We talking about ownership. Fuck that paying me shit.
He sold those artists on ownership.
Tidal was supposed to be about ownership, not about cutting a bigger check.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Stop that. We don't went all the way around the world. Let me ask you this, man.
They pay out more. It's like y'all understand it was about ownership, right? Not about payouts, right? Because everybody else getting paid out too. Oh, they do the highest payouts. That's cute.
Leroy Green says, yes, Mike, but those artists get mailbox money. That's something. No, this is the thing. Ownership is what you can pass down to your lineage. Mailbox money is not. And he sold them on ownership. Prince has been talking about the only reason why you weren't able to stream Prince's music and it was only on his website because he owned his website and he owned his music. And whatever was sold to him by the people at Tidal, probably Jay-Z, Beyonce, whoever, made him believe that what he was doing on his website was going to be still going on with his partnership on Tidal and only Tidal on a streaming level. Now, selling that to a big corporation, which is Jack Dorsey, for a seat at the Cash App table, I would imagine Prince didn't think those were in the plans. That's all I'm saying.
I imagine, Mike, that he would get into legal battle about that.
I believe so. I mean, again.
Mike, he'll fight Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
You think he's scared of these? He's looking at them like about to eat your food.
I mean, you know, Nas tells that story about the fact that Prince wouldn't do a song with him because he didn't own his master. So, I mean, you know, let's just be real. Like, he was sold on ownership, and obviously ownership wasn't the play for Tidal ultimately. And, you know, that's a problem I have. Like I said, if that's what you're going to do, just be straight up about it. But, you know, again, I know it's tough sometimes when we're such fans of artists, entertainers, athletes, or whatever. We've been so invested in them. We will defend them to the death, no matter what, right? I mean, you just got to call things what they are, man.
Right.
You just got to call it what it is, man. He hustled Prince, man.
Right. So stop defending people when we're speaking factually about things that have occurred. I know it seems harsh, but that's because the truth of it is harsh. Like the reality of it is harsh. These things have gone on. It's not us piling on. It's not us running game. These things have happened. And quite frankly, when we say them out loud, we say it like it's some sucker shit because it is. Hello. We're supposed to talk about it for what it is. It's not solid. That ain't how you move out here with your people, especially when people keep buying into you and backing you and getting you to these positions, and you keep doing sucker shit and snaking this person and cutting this person out and not employing enough black people, making generalized Obama speech written statements about your conjunctions with the NFL. Like, it's all problematic. And we just saying that it's problematic.
Midget Mike says, read your contract.
Volume 1's still up on the wall. Volume 1's still on the wall. That's 97 Hove on the wall still.
Midget Mike said, read your contracts. And yes, we just read the statement, and you saw it was nothing. So, you know, you're right. People need to read more.